Hi everybody, we're here at the Restaurants Canada Show 2019 at the Enercare Centre in Toronto. We're in the BarterPay pod inside the RC Partners Pavilion. And we've just bumped into one of our amazing Saskatoon clients, Buy, Sell, Find Restaurant Equipment. Constantin, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good, awesome, yeah.
How's the show?
The show's been great. It's very busy. We've got thousands of people coming through the show, and obviously this is where people come to learn all about the restaurant industry anywhere in Canada. RC is a great partner of BarterPay. They're the voice of the food service industry, so obviously our partnership with them is great for educating restaurant owners and industry suppliers about how barter works for their business. So I just wanted to kind of chat with you a little bit and kind of hear your story about how you got involved with BarterPay in Saskatoon. So obviously we're spreading BarterPay across the country. Saskatoon's one of our top cities in the country, so we're excited about that. But yeah, how was your initial experience? How did you get involved?
Well, I've been with BarterPay for almost 2 years now. It took quite a bit of convincing from Kim, the franchise owner in Saskatoon. He basically approached me with this idea of a barter system and how I could basically get rid of sell my equipment without having to discount it. So I told him where to go the first time. I wasn't interested, and then the second time he came in to see me, he explained kind of a bit more and went a little more in depth. I was still a bit of a skeptic, and finally he came into my place. This is probably like 3 or 4 months after he came in the first time, and he's like, "Look, Constantin, like you got to have some equipment that's been sitting here for a long period of time that you want to unload." And I wanted to get the guy out of my store, so I was like, "Yeah, here's 3 or 4 pieces here. This is what I need to get out
You're
of them."
probably like, "Good luck."
Yeah, I'm like, call me when you sell them, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, "Thank you very much." Shook my hand and went on his way. And about a week later, I got a call and they said, "Well, we got an offer for one of your pieces of equipment there."
Yeah.
So I guess I was kind of sold after that. So.
Right, because you kind of gave him the test and he passed it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so it's good. Like, yeah, my inventory is just sitting there and stuff like that too. Like, there's a buyer for everything, but you can join a network like that where, you know what I mean, they have different connections and stuff like that.
When where you're able to protect your margin, not have to discount in the cash world, like, price point is everything in the cash world. In the barter market, you can tend to get more full fair market value pricing. So that protects your margin. You're able to bank that currency and then use it for other things. So speak to us a bit about, have you been using any trade dollars?
Yeah. We've been using it from everything from marketing to furniture. My girlfriend gets our house cleaned, which she really likes.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the list goes on. And then there's constantly flashes that come up on my BarterPay through email saying these are new businesses that have joined.
Yeah.
The luncheons too, have been going to those. I avoided them for the first little bit, and then Glenda convinced me to go to one, and I wish now, looking back, that I had gone to every one. Like, it just...
But they're always going to be coming, right? So
yeah,
that's
those
good.
Connections I've made, though, people have spread word of mouth, and it's a win-win.
Totally. Now, speaking about Glenda, you brought Glenda up. Kim Groff, he's the owner of BarterPay Northern Saskatchewan, but he's got Glenda, who's in the office.
Well, she contacts me whenever somebody's looking for something, and then she also touches base on the regular on, "Hey, what can we help you with?" Like, I have a certain, amount of money sitting in my account there too, so she kind of forces me, I guess, in a good way, to open up my business mind, I guess, and say, "Hey, you want to do a little more in advertising? We have this magazine going out. Do you want to be in on this?" You know what I mean? And it's so kind of like it's good.
Well, I think she acts as a extension of your team almost, right? So she's able to understand what you want to unload through the BarterPay economy.
Yeah.
So she helps you market that out, gets those new sales in, but then she also on the back end wants to know kind of your wish list of what you and your girlfriend are looking to spend money on. So she can take that new revenue stream of trade dollars and help you plug them into areas where you normally would have cut a check.
Yeah. Exactly.
So therefore you're turning all that idle inventory back into value at full value. You're just replacing costs with it, right? So that's awesome. And then what about you? I think you mentioned to me one time about the sort of the spin-off business that you can obtain. Like, you've met a lot of new customers through BarterPay.
Yeah.
But speak about those customers and maybe some other advantages that have come from getting to know those new customers. Has it produced any, new cash sales, for example, or referrals or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I get a lot of referrals, and just cash business as well too. Like, the company is a restaurant equipment company, but we deal with slush machines, we deal with stuff that people just buy for their man caves, coffee machines that people use at their businesses. So yeah, there's a lot of spin-off from that too. And then me on my end too, like if there's a lot of business owners I deal with who aren't with BarterPay yet, so I like to try to push that a little bit too. Like it's a cool little market to get into, and it's yeah, it would benefit I think any business to have that option too. Like for restaurants, just filling your seats too, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You got vacant seats there and stuff like that. Like why not fill them and then get something back?
Yeah.
You know, you're paying your rent and you're paying everything else to stay open. You might as well try to offset some stuff with.
Exactly. It's all fixed overhead costs that you can actually take that downtime or idle inventory in your case and turn it back into full value. Get back things that you would have spent money on. It's literally like cash revenue coming through your door. So
yeah. So it's good, yeah. And like I said, just the whole meeting people aspect, like your network can never be too big, right?
Right.
You never know too many people, and it's
yeah. Well, they say your network determines your net worth.
Yeah.
So like you say, you know, you want your network to be as big and broad as possible. We know that cash is king. I mean, you know anything about running a small business, you cannot run your business without cash. Cash is king, but barter is better than having idle inventory sit there or downtime in your business or time ticking by where you never get that value. You can't go back yesterday and get an unsold hotel room or an empty chair in a restaurant or an accountant that hasn't billed out his entire 8 hours that day, right? So that's where BarterPay comes in handy, just leveraging it in the right way and making it work for you. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and on the service end of things too, like we do a lot of service work and stuff like that for equipment and whatever, and I have my tech there anyway, right? Like there's always stuff for him to work at the restaurant or at the shop, but it's nice if somebody calls and says, hey, my cooler went down, can I use my barter dollars? And I send him over and get full value for sending him over, and the customer doesn't have to pay cash for it too. So it's just another service that people can take.
It's perfect, yeah. Awesome. All right, Constantin, thanks for the chat.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Appreciate
for sure.
Good bumping into you here.
Yeah, we'll see you next year, if not before
See you next
that.
year. Safe flight back
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
All right.
And yeah, it's good chatting. Thanks
Sounds
for
good.
all your support with BarterPay.
You too. Thanks.
All right, awesome.